Kill. You gotta get to the cup. You have to get to the cup, bro. Mamba mentality, fool.
At
You
all
have to
times.
get to the cup, man. yo. Oh man, I miss Kobe. But anyway, thank you for everybody
Hold
tuning
on,
in.
we gotta start. We gotta start it right. Hold on,
to the fifth quarter podcast.
Hold on, we gotta start it right. We gotta start it right.
Stop, no.
We gotta start it right.
Not the AB.
We gotta start it right.
I got a whole lot of money. Yo. Oh my gosh. Antonio Brown is probably the mascot for this show. I would have to agree. He is definitely the mascot. Like, not in a good way either, but I think we talked about him more than any athlete.
Yeah, especially our early days.
Our early days, I think we have forced that episode just straight Antonio Brown. Just straight.
We got to the point where we're fed up. Like, bro,
we gotta stop talking about Antonio.
Like, this week, we just can't do it. Because, like, every week it was something, though. Like, every week it was something.
Every week.
Bro, every week it wasn't like he was just doing something. He was doing something outrageous.
He actually got freed this week, though.
He did, yeah. He got, was it bail? I think he got put on bail.
Something like that.
He got put on bail. Man, I don't know.
Honestly,
first of all, the judge was really lenient because I think the judge realizes there's something wrong with this man. The judge was like,
Roger Goodell had a statement too, since like,
really,
most important thing right now is Antonio Brown's mental health. So honestly, like if the
back.
fact that like I think if like this whole situation, like I personally know I feel like he's a grown man, so like I don't like mental health is a thing. Mental health is a thing. But if like also they find out like he has something wrong with him mentally, like he was depressed or something like that, like I feel like he would like be back in the league.
Of course.
Just the fact Roger Goodell even like commented on him, I feel like
because the league needs to protect its image. These concussions is killing boys. That's why.
Berkeley, man.
It's killing boys. Protect your Protect your health, protect your family, and protect your chicken. That's all you need to know. Them three things. If you're an athlete, do them things. But thank you for tuning in to the Fifth Quarter Podcast. Today we
it's a kind of different podcast a little bit.
Yeah, we're not. This is really not much of a. It's not much of a list to this. We're kind of. I'm kind of.
Is that a list on the bottom?
It's a list on the bottom, but are we really gonna?
That's an old list.
It's an old list. It's a very old list. It's last week's list.
Watch it.
It's last week's list. The power.
So
of
we don't really have
yes, sir. The power of editing.
So all right, so we don't really have a list this week. It's more just off the. We're really just memorying Kobe, talking Super Bowl week, and I mean just kind of not necessarily freelancing,
but like essentially. But this podcast is dedicated to Kobe.
Rest in peace, man.
If you don't know, Kobe Bryant died this Sunday, and took a toll on all of us. All of us took a toll on all of us as sports fans. All of us are just fans of Kobe in general. Just a moment.
You only gotta be a sports fan to be a fan.
Yeah,
of Kobe.
Just a little moment of silence for Kobe, man. Yeah. I think everybody was doing what's been their favorite Kobe moment, and like I don't really have like a crazy Kobe moment. But my Kobe moment's actually funny. So
does it stay on there?
Nah, we probably gonna take it off. Yeah, we can take it off now. Yeah, the moment of silence. My Kobe moment is funny. So 2K10 dropped, and that was
like the best 2K. I'm not gonna lie.
2K10 was the first 2K I ever had, and the first 2K I
had it
ever
on
played.
PS2.
I had it on PS3. I had the big bulky PS3 too, the 500 gigabyte heavy metal jump. 2007, I had that one. So we had bought 2K10. My cousin bought it for me, and like we were looking at 2K, and we're like, who is this guy on the cover? This isn't Kobe, because they made Kobe so saturated. He was so light skinned, and me and Josh were like, bro,
Shannon Brown.
Yeah, bro. I was like, hey yo, who is this? I really did. I genuinely was confused. So like, this man has Kobe Bryant's jersey number, the Lakers uniform, but this looks nothing like Kobe. So I had to get my little brother. He was like, nah, bro, this is Kobe. Like, this is definitely Kobe. But it turns out they just the way they made the cover art was like super light skinned, super saturated. And if you ever had NBA 2K10, you know that Kobe is super saturated and light skinned.
Like you understand exactly what he's talking about.
So like you understand what I'm saying. But that's my Kobe moment. I never really got a chance to watch like Kobe in full like a lot of people did, which kind of sucks now. I only got to watch a little bit of the finals run. Like I watched Game 7 when he won his fifth one.
When they were down by 25.
Yeah, I watched that, and it was only because I had like family members over and they were watching it, so I tuned in. Like I wasn't, and it sucks. I wasn't really big into basketball until like 2018ish. You know what I mean? So like, I never really got. I watched Kobe's farewell game because I was like, I gotta tune in for that. I watched that amazing.
Live. That game just was like the epitome of his whole career.
Man,
it started out slow because he started out really like his first couple years in like LA wasn't good. He was averaging like 8 points. He was a backup. The game started out, it wasn't really great. They were kind of down. And at the end, like, it just the epitome of Kobe's career, like, just clutch, Mamba. He went to a whole different place. When he was on the bench, sitting there, just looking, bro, like,
I was like, yo.
Bro, that was Kobe's career. Like, that, like, everything about that game was like, that's Kobe. That's Kobe Bryant. That's mommy mentality. That is why we love him. That's why he's a star. That's why he went to the league whenever he was 18 years old. Fresh out of high school, like he's great. Like he's all time. He's one of the only basketball players you can honestly say that has no weakness in his game.
Truthfully, no, seriously.
You can like I'm gonna be honest. Like with any other basketball player, you can name a weakness. Magic Johnson wasn't really a great shooter. Michael Jordan, he couldn't. I mean, like it's not really necessary.
He couldn't carry a team by himself.
No, I won't even say that. I'm not saying that. I'm talking more just pure.
Pure skill.
Yeah, I'm talking about just you, like as an individual. And like, it's not really necessarily his fault, but he couldn't really necessarily shoot the 3-point ball. But that's more of his error. As good as Kobe, like necessary. Braun, he can't shoot free throws to save his life.
For nothing.
Kobe Bryant is the only player you can say literally has no weakness. You can say passing, but I mean, he's showing he has the ability to do
pass. He just chose not to pass.
He just chose not to because he was the best scorer. He was the best at that. Like, he was most skilled scorer. It was an art form watching him play, honestly. I think my favorite player, like, growing up completely.
I think what I took away from this, and I seen it was said on Twitter, it was that we're done comparing greats. And I think I genuinely... I don't want. I'm not comparing LeBron to MJ no more. I'm not doing it. It's possible now to have multiple great players in a league.
Appreciate the errors.
Like, you know what I mean? Just appreciate the era we're in, and that's why, like, I hope we can like just I just hope fans of basketball can stop hating on LeBron and just appreciate what we're seeing, because like. I don't. Kobe's death was like the first like death that hit me. Like
honestly, this is the first basketball death that like I seen them early. Like all the other basketball deaths, the dudes are always already in their old age.
Old age,
60.
So, yeah.
Kobe was 41. Dude retired 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm, he was in his prime. He was supposed to go to Hall this year.
Exactly, man.
Well, he definitely is now.
I mean, he's not definitely now. He could have been like he would have gone. He was going regardless.
He's going regardless. Yeah, he was already inducted.
If he retired as number 8, he would have went to the Hall of Fame. If he retired as number 24 he would have went to the Hall. He would have been Hall of Fame. So. He had 2 separate Hall of Fame careers.
It's just, I got all the tears out, so I don't think I'm gonna cry. But like, I can't watch Kobe highlights. I can't watch. They got videos on the internet where guys are shooting into the trash can saying Kobe. Can't watch those. Can't watch people talk about Kobe. Like,
rest in peace to Gigi and the other.
Yeah, rest in peace to Gigi and everybody else that lost. That's true too. Like, the whole family was lost, bro. Whole family was lost. And I think the worst part about it that people fail to realize, like, Gigi was, in my opinion, was supposed to put the WNBA on the map.
She was gonna go to UConn.
She was gonna do it. Like,
you know how good UConn is? They had a 126 game win streak.
Ridiculous. Like,
and she was 13 years old with the scholarship. And it's not one of those. Oh, she's just Kobe's child. So that's why she has the scholarship. No. She earned that scholarship.
She was hooping. For real.
She could have been the daughter of a mailman. She was getting that scholarship being that good.
She was. If you've ever seen Gigi's highlights, like it's not like it's not an exaggeration. Like she literally could have put the NBA on her back and carried it to superstardom. I honestly thought that was gonna happen. Like, not even thinking with the foresight of, oh, she's gonna pass away or anything, but just thinking like the way like her life is going to be set up. Kobe already talks about how she is better than him when he was her age.
You know how good Kobe was?
Like, what? Excuse me, I'm so sorry. If Kobe can say that,
Kobe was drafted at 18. She's 13.
Like, if Kobe can say that with the firm goal,
conviction,
conviction, yes, exactly, with conviction that she's way better than me than when I was. There's no doubt in my mind she was going to carry the WNBA to superstardom. The WNBA was already changing the game where they're now paying women more. Which is crazy. I found out that they are finally having individual hotels for teams.
I seen that.
I didn't believe. I was like, dang. So you're telling me teams would have to like share like hotel rooms, like so you would double up? That's ridiculous. But now guys can have them.
Well deserved.
So like, I have no doubt in my mind Gigi was gonna put on. I heard there was a baseball coach that died to his wife and
I don't know what MLB team.
Man,
they left behind 2 kids, an older son and a younger daughter.
This is one of the worst tragedies, I think, not only in sports, but I think we've ever
in the world. Because you can
really
admire
witnessed in
you can admire Kobe
humanity.
just like off the court. Just the fact that everything Kobe did, he's trying to be perfect. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he honestly, me personally, he inspired me to learn how to try to learn how to speak a different language.
Really?
Just the fact that I seen him like he's speaking Slovenian. He's speaking Spanish.
Yeah.
He's speaking so many languages. He tries to be perfect in so many things. And I feel like any individual who don't even watch sports, you just like a random just person. You can look up to Kobe to like try to be perfect and strive to be the best at anything you do. You know what I'm saying? Like you could be a Walmart associate. Be the best Walmart associate,
not for real.
You know what I'm saying? Like I felt that's just a Mamba mentality.
To be honest,
seriously, like I have a pin tweet on Twitter that says I'm in the business of proving people wrong, and I truly got that quote from the from the Mamba mentality. Like I was watching Kobe. Funny enough, I was watching the Kobe Bryant Kanye commercial back in like 2018, to be exact, January 15th, 2018, and I was like, that's it. Whenever Kanye was like, what does that mean, Kobe? Be a different beast. Kobe Bryant, what the fuck does that mean? Be the same beast, but a different animal. I was like, you know what? That's true.
It makes sense.
It makes sense. In an odd way, it does. And you can channel that in, you really got to prove people wrong. Because that doesn't make sense to a lot of people. So I'm in the business of proving people wrong. And it's tough.
It truly hurts.
Yeah, man. This is.
It doesn't feel real. It still doesn't feel real.
Like people say that like in exaggeration, like just say it, but just truly like I'm waiting for somebody to be like, all right.
He was just hospitalized. He's in critical condition. He was just in critical condition. He's okay.
He's okay. Right. Like we want to make sure. Like we just want to clear the air. Like, but nah, man.
Man, you know what irritated me the most about this situation was the fact that TMZ.
I was literally just gonna say that.
News.
Look, all those every single like one of the people who reported that needs to be fired. Because I think that's the problem with news nowadays. People strive to be the first people to.
It's their job. It's their job.
I understand.
Knocking them for their job, but
that's terrible. I'm a journalism major. So I'm in journalism. I do like broadcasting and stuff like that. Like that's a fireable offense. Cause like the thing with like news, yeah, you want to be the first person to report, but you also want to be the first person to write. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't want to just report just BS.
Anything.
Like you know what I'm saying? You want to report what's right. Cause the fact that Rick Fox was reported in there,
and like, he wasn't nowhere near.
He wasn't even nowhere near it. Like you know what that does to his family, his friends. Like you seen the video where he was like just crying cause like his kids are calling him, his best friends calling him like you're alive. Like you know how much like damage you can do to people.
That's crazy.
And, man, seeing Shaq.
You saw how much you did to Kobe's oldest daughter when she had to go to the hospital because she couldn't breathe because she found out by social media.
Yeah,
that's horrible. That is the worst way to find out somebody you love has passed by the socials. That is, oh gosh, that's terrible.
My thing is though, I feel like as one of those outlets, you should like. I'm pretty sure y'all, if there is someone y'all can contact that family and say, hey, look, we just found out about Kobe, my past.
I feel like TMZ could have did that, honestly.
They don't care.
I feel like they had the power to. The fact that they did it to me is a huge
foul. It's foul.
They don't care. I'm gonna be honest, they don't care.
And I think everybody had a different. Because I found that at work, and a customer told me, and I wanted to. I've never wanted to slap somebody I didn't know in my entire life that bad. Because I thought it was a joke. Because I was like, Kobe.
I was like, who jokes about that?
That's what I'm saying.
One of my friends sent me, and I was like, hey, bro, like.
I'm like, chill, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying, bro. I'm like, Kobe Bryant? Nah, not my Kobe. Nah, you talking about some Kobe that played like lacrosse or something? You know what I mean? I was like, not Kobe Bean,
at first,
bro.
I thought it was like, okay, Kobe's dead. I mean, Bron passed him, so they're like being funny. I was like, it's still not funny because you don't say somebody's dead.
No,
but I thought they were like figuratively saying Kobe's dead.
I found like my parents called me. My parents was in Hawaii. I knew it was serious because my parents was coming to me somebody died unless they're dead serious. Then when I knew I was on the highway when they told me. Imagine had to pull off on the side of the highway while everybody driving like 75, 80 miles per hour. I'm in the fast lane. I just automatically just pull off. I couldn't believe it, and I was like, I had to go see what's going on. And when I put it up on social media, and I saw like I just started shedding tears because it was unbelievable.
It was one of those deaths. Was like you feel like you lost your partner. Like you really felt like you lost.
You lost an idol, like a childhood idol. I think every person who watched basketball,
not even like, that, man.
No, just look at
every athlete.
Everybody at one point like was I feel like was a Lakers fan. Honestly,
seriously,
like everybody, your first time watching basketball, oh, Kobe Bryant, like especially our generation, I'd say that, like everybody was a Lakers fan at one point. You're like, man, cause Kobe Bryant, the fadeaway, I want to hit the fadeaway. We went to remember we used to play basketball like outside of like elementary school. Like, I'm Kobe Bryant. I'm the Kobe Bryant right now. Like
Kobe,
you're the Shaq. Like you're the Shaq of the team. I'm the Kobe. Like, we do stuff like that. Even though that was a little bit before our time, like that duo, but still like just like that all time great. Like just man,
it hurts.
It hurts.
I cried for 2 days, bro.
Seeing Shaq cry really like that.
That's when it hit for real.
That really makes you like
they beefed hard.
That just like him talking about like, man, we won't be able to go to the Hall of Fame inductee and just be like,
we won't be able to laugh at your Hall of Fame.
We won't be like, oh, you got 4 and I got 5.
Like we won't be able to joke no more. I was like, yo,
that hurts. That truly hurts. That really just kind of, I don't know, man.
You know what's crazy? I don't know y'all watched the Kevin Hart podcast. As Laugh Out Loud. Right?
I do sometimes.
Yeah. All right. So basically, the past 2-3 days or 2-3 shows, he's supposed to call Kobe. He was supposed to call Kobe because the whole thing was apparently him and Kobe when they were younger went to the same camp.
Really?
Yes. And so like everybody on the show was talking about, oh, you lying, you ain't telling the truth. Well, and it became like a little joke. Mm-hmm. Well, they said this past Tuesday, this podcast they did on Tuesday, he was supposed to call him at the beginning of the podcast. The whole show was centered around that.
Damn. So they've been setting that up for the last week, 2 weeks. He was supposed to call Kobe.
He was supposed to call Kobe.
Jeez.
And the fact that he passed away Sunday, and like, it was such a crazy. Like the first 25 minutes of the podcast, the atmosphere of the show just felt so different.
Yeah, cause they be joking and laughing on the face. They be busting jokes for real.
Oh, and they do pretty cruel jokes, you know. But then again, that's serious radio. Mm-hmm. That was for. So it's it's kind of crazy, honestly.
Another thing was people saying like, go tell your loved ones that you love them. Like, I believe that, man. If you got beef with anybody, as long as they're not the ops. If they the ops, I can't speak on that for you, bro. Wow. They're the ops, you can stretch your ass a little bit of stretch. But if there's somebody that you know you got petty beef with, man, if a family member that you struggling to come to terms with, bro, forgive them, man. Life is vicious. That's what
life is fragile, man.
Life will beat the brakes off of you and does not care who you are, what you believe in, your race.
It can happen to anybody.
Like it really can.
Death can happen to anybody.
And I don't, for some reason in my heart, Kobe was just one of those people I thought were invisible. Like Kobe can't die.
Max said it best. Like something about him just had like it's an invincible. And honestly, he still is invincible. His legacy is gonna live on forever.
Forever.
But I'm talking about his like personal, like him
as a person.
Yeah, his physical being. It just felt invincible. Like it's just something about him. It felt like, man, there's nothing. You didn't even think about it. You never even thought, man, what if Kobe died? Like that never even crossed your mind.
That never crossed anybody's mind. I can assure you. And it's crazy, like you said, like Kobe. And the great thing about it, Kobe's legacy is gonna transcend generations upon generations of human beings.
Yeah, I like how you say human beings. Not even just basketball players.
Not just basketball players. Humans. Like that Mamba mentality holds weight. It's not a joke. Like. Mamba mentality does not just apply to sports. It applies to anything you decide.
What basketball player do you know single-handedly changed the mentality of the league? Like literally, like you can like literally across the whole league, you see a whole bunch of that guy kind of. You can tell that dude trained with Kobe. You can tell that dude like looked up to Kobe.
He won Giannis an MVP for goodness.
Exactly, exactly. Like you know what I'm saying? He's single-handed. Like I'm a Bron fan. Like Bron didn't do that. Bron doesn't have like that Bron mentality. Nah, like Kobe literally has that where like everybody in the league has that type of mentality where it's it's me versus you and I'm gonna win. Like, I'm gonna work harder than you. Like I'm gonna be up early than you. Like Devin Booker, Trae Young, Giannis,
Jimmy B.
Like all those dudes have that mentality.
Kyrie,
Russ, yes, like all those dudes.
Hey, heard about the Trae Young thing? How come like the only story about Trae Young and Kobe?
How they met.
It's Gigi's favorite player.
Yeah.
He need to keep wearing 8, man.
He do.
It's fitting.
I also think that anybody that is, unless the league says we retire 8 and 24, I think anybody that has the number 8 and 24 in the NBA keep it. I think Kobe would want you to keep it. Like I don't want to speak for Kobe, but I just think it falls in line with the Mamba mentality. I think Kobe is one of those few people on earth that got to the pinnacle where he was and wanted people to be better than him, but not allowing you to. He just wanted you to push yourself above your limits. And I think if you're going to, and honestly, we've seen that Devin Booker and Trae Young both went off.
Combined 81.
Eric Gordon
dropped 50.
He dropped 50.
Chris
Middleton dropped 51. So the spirit of Kobe lives. Like, I promise you. Like, he's like, Bean is helping these boys hoop for real.
I feel like this year, as far as the basketball team going to be so different. Like, I feel like you don't see people actually hooping like all. Like, you know, some people like take breaks.
Break. I think everybody's gonna be hooping inspired
all year long, all inspired. Just going ham.
And I'm a Bulls fan, but our season's over. I'm not going to not gonna hold you. Like, if we can get up to like 9th, I'll be really.
Come join the LA bandwagon.
Nah, I'm hopping, bro. Come on, LeBron, take us to glory, bro. Come on, LeBron, take us to glory. Like, I want to see LeBron win a chip so bad. Not just for Laker Nation, but
I just want to see that
Kobe. For Kobe,
this is for you.
Yo, I'm a cry,
bro. I'm shedding tears. No cap.
Drop him. I'm a drop.
No cap. I'm shedding tears.
Like, it's just, this is one of those, like, wow, we really watched a legend.
Yeah.
From, not, obviously, we weren't able to watch a legend from start to finish, but we watched him
from the early stages.
Yeah, we watched him from his prime.
That's all we know.
That's all we know is prime Kobe. We don't know Kobe when he was a struggling rookie. We don't know that Kobe. We don't know Kobe before Shaq. We know Kobe.
We know championship Kobe.
Yeah, we know. All we know is Chip Kobe. All we know is Kobe that went with Paul Gasol and all them guys. Like, that's the only Kobe we know. So we grew up witnessing greatness. So, like, it sucks. And my heart goes out to Kobe, his family, all the families that were affected by this tragedy. It's just tough, man. It's really tough to put into words, like, how I feel. I really felt like I lost a family member. Just praying for Kobe, his wife, his other daughter, like his other two daughters,
other families,
his other family too.
Her business out there, then we stop. I don't know who's doing it. I don't know on social media, but somebody putting out like she haven't spoken and like.
I seen, bro, and all you conspiracy theory weirdos, bro, shut up. For goodness, shut up. Like, it's not the time.
Like,
bro.
honestly,
it is not the time to talk about that.
I really don't think it was necessarily a conspiracy theory thing. I'm be completely honest with you. I just think, like, I mean, death has no, like, there's no cheat code for death. Like, it doesn't.
Nobody can cheat death.
You can't, like, you know what I'm saying? There's a million people on Earth, like. It's hard to explain. I don't know how to put it into words, but like,
it was an accident.
I don't know how to put it into words, but like, it can happen to anybody.
I see what you're saying. Like,
what's to say that it can't happen to like a person like it happened to Kobe? You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
So
what's to say it can't happen to somebody else? And I think one of my good men said when humans are usually shocked, they try to create excuses for why certain things that weren't supposed to happen happened.
Mm-hmm.
And he worded it so beautifully. Is like, people are saying this is a conspiracy theory because Kobe got to the point he was, and I'm pretty sure those people themselves didn't think Kobe could pass. So it doesn't make sense for somebody to pass so young, so much, and he does so much for not only people in his life but people outside his life.
You seen how it's kind of just a little off tangent, but you seen how when he left his final game, like the clock, it was like at 4.1.
Mm-hmm.
And like he's like died at age 41. This is like it's full circle, man.
And it's conspiracy theory. People are gonna
go crazy with that.
Go crazy with that. But bro, it's just life is strange. I keep telling people life is very strange. Life is very interesting. Like
everything connects.
Everything connects in a way. Like these little increments. Life is very strange. Like it's not. None of the things in life are really to be played for, and we take it for granted. So just please cherish the life you have with your people, with the people that care about you.
Tell your people you love them every time you leave the house,
man. Because you never know. You might not return home, bro, and that is a cold feeling. But that is the world we live in, and that's life.
It's life.
Just R.I.P. Kobe, man. The GOAT. Like, the GOAT.
There's no more
arguing.
Kobe GOAT, Jordan GOAT.
There's no 1, 2, 3 no more. Kobe's the GOAT. Point blank, period. LeBron's the go-to, and so is Michael Jordan. There's no more argument. Like, I'm not arguing who's better than who anymore. I was already on the road to not doing it because I love LeBron and I'm an MJ fan, so I was already on the road to doing it because I can't deny LeBron's greatness. But I'm done comparing greatness. If you're great,
there's no
great.
Point.
There's no point anymore.
There's no win to the argument. Nobody wins the argument.
No, never. It just becomes a dead still. Like, nobody wins.
Exactly. Nobody won the argument.
At the end of the day, just appreciate the era. I mean, like we had
Kobe,
appreciate
LeBron.
KD, appreciate Bron. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
appreciate Russ, appreciate Kyrie,
all these guys.
Appreciate
Giannis.
You know what I mean? Not even just in basketball, just in sports. Like, we take so much time to bash some of these guys, and like bash Tom and bash like Jimmy G, and like Like, just appreciate what they're doing. Like, not only are they entertaining you, but they're putting their bodies on the line to touch a different level of glory that most people won't touch in their entire life. Like, people can't take away the fact you're a champion. So imagine doing it 5 times. You know what I mean? Imagine doing it 6 times. It's hard to do it once. Imagine doing it 6. You know what I mean? Any sport, at any level. Like, that's what, like, man, like Tom Brady, Michael Schumacher, Lewis Hamilton, Jimmy Johnson, like, all these athletes, like, Serena Williams gets poorly underrated how amazing of an athlete she is. Conor McGregor, amazing. Floyd,
Pacquiao,
seriously,
Woods.
Bruh, appreciate what we're witnessing, because we probably will never see this again. Like, this is generational. This only happens once every 50 years. We will never see another Kobe Bryant. We will never see another LeBron. We won't. And if you do, you're one of the many few that got to witness it. Because my kids won't get to ever see Kobe live on TV. They can only see it through YouTube. Like,
YouTube's still around.
You know what I mean? If YouTube's still around, like, you feel me? Like, my kids probably won't get to see LeBron hoop. Like,
it's kind of
so appreciate it. Truthfully, appreciate what we're witnessing.
And by the way, Vanessa Bryant, she did.
Yeah, I seen that. She just responded. It was long. I read like the first half.
I'll read through it eventually.
I read the first half of it. I almost cried again, bro. I couldn't read the rest.
No, I'll save it to the bookmark. I can send it to the group chat.
Man, I read the first half of it. I couldn't read the rest. It was really like.
But I guess we hop on to the.
It was really tough.
Super Bowl topic.
Big topic.
This Sunday,
Super Bowl Sunday.
We already gave y'all picks. I had Chiefs. Vic had Niners.
Hey, Niners.
You had Niners as well.
Yes, sir. Be legendary.
I mean, like, I don't know what to say.
I seen a crazy stat that says the Chiefs run the most RPO in the NFL.
Dan Orjanowski, whatever his name is.
I seen they run the most RPO in the NFL. The second team behind them is the Cardinals, and the Cardinals beat the Niners. So
no, I don't think they beat them. They put up
the biggest.
They put up the biggest fight twice.
Okay, so that lets me know, and the Cardinals don't have not even near the weapons the Chiefs have.
Kyler's a good quarterback, but nowhere near. No,
he doesn't have a Tyreek Hill. He doesn't have he's not Pat Mahomes. So that's that.
They don't have the type of line, and they don't have.
Not even close, please.
It's really bad.
Let's not even talk about the trenches.
The fact that Kyler's even alive,
like, let's not even talk about that.
All year he was on a run.
Like,
basically.
So I think the game is structured to go either 2 ways.
It can be
either it's a blowout and the Chiefs win handedly. Like, I'm talking about Peyton Manning Seahawks, and the Seahawks beat the crap out of Peyton. I'm talking about that bad. Or it's a defensive slugfest, and Pat Mahomes makes an amazing play that gives them the Super Bowl.
You know, this would be like one of if the Chiefs
I still think the Chiefs win, but I want the 49ers
to win. This would be one of the first Super Bowls in a while. I don't think we've ever seen Super Bowl with, like, single-handedly the quarterback.
Will the team. Mm-hmm.
Like, remember, team. We've never seen that's like Max Kelly really been in his bag this week. That's really like Michael Jordan-esque, he said. Like, this would be the first Michael Jordan to the NFL. Yeah. We willed his team to the NBA Finals.
Because you have to remember, Pat Mahomes was out for a month and a half, I think.
Yeah.
And they had Chase Daniels manning and Chase Daniels, credit to Chase Daniels, he kept them afloat. Because I think that's all anyone wanted to do. Keep them afloat till Pat comes.
They beat the Packers and I think the Eagles.
So, like, and he did his job. He kept them afloat. Pat came back and it was lights out. They've been flying. I still think Houston should have beat them. I still think Houston should be in the Super Bowl.
Rehired Bill O'Brien.
Bruh.
They kept him and then promoted him.
Bruh. I'm not against it. And I seen you say
against it. He's a scrub. He looks like divisional wild card.
Bruh, I see you say on Twitter, another divisional wild card weekend. Like, it's either gonna be but like the problem I have with Bill O'Brien is, like, the last 2 years, for some reason he's afraid to, like, step on it. Like, bro, just put the pedal to the metal and don't be afraid to lose. Like, why is he? The last 2 years he's done that. The last 2 years he's done that. And as a Texas fan, I'd really be looking like, bro, if we. Like, come on, bro.
I think he literally just doesn't know what he's doing.
Nah, he knows what he's doing.
He rides on the coattails of his Brady, like, seasons. Because, like, I don't know if you remember whenever he got the job, like, it was, like, the huge thing where, he was cussing out Brady on the sideline.
That was hilarious.
And he, like, just uses that. I feel like he, like, feels like that just made him just a specimen. He's like, I can do whatever I want.
Because I cussed out Brady. You're damn straight,
did you
bro.
cuss out Brady?
That's what he says out Brady?
That's what he says in the interview. Did you cuss out Brady? I thought so.
I didn't think so, brother.
So thank you. Give my job back. That's exactly what he does.
I mean, I think you just don't like. I like Bill O'Brien, oddly enough. Like, I don't think he gets enough credit for. He's a good coach. He's not a great coach. He's in coach limbo. He's somewhere between tier 1 and tier 2. But he leans more towards tier 2 because, like, first of all, Deshaun Watson carries the hell out of him.
Tier 1, I'll be quiet on it.
He carries the hell out of him.
Tier 2, or he just bottom of tier 2?
Nah, he's not bottom of tier. Like, he's in that same realm with, like.
If you were starting a team, would he be
no.
Like, even on your interviews?
Right. Oh, he'd be on my interviews for sure. But would he be the guy selected? No. No. Like, he's in that weird spot Jason Garrett was in for a long, long time. Like,
I think Jason Garrett's a better coach than him.
Whoa, that's a stretch. Whoa. Clap him up, coach.
I don't think Jason Garrett's a bad coach. Again, like I've said that multiple times.
Why do you say that? Like, what is possession?
I think it's more the Cowboys.
Bruh?
I think
you gonna blame that on Jerry? You can't blame all this problems on Jerry, please.
No, I'm not blaming it on Jerry. But I mean, after a while, like, there's only so much you can do when, like, it's like you personally say, like, we use parents as an example. Mm-hmm. Say like your mom tells you to like go clean your room. Yeah. And also your dad comes in and say no, go shower right now. After a while you be like, I'm not gonna listen to my mom because my dad keep telling me to do something else. After a while, you know what I'm saying? After a while you just exit out your mom. Like, your mom still has like authority over you. But after a while you're like, I don't have to listen to you. That's the same thing with Jerry Jones and Jason Garrett. I feel like after a while it's kind of like, all right, Jason Garrett told me to do this, but then I know Jerry Jones is finna come in the press conference to say that we're not running that next week. Like, he says that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you remember.
It's a very Jerry thing to do.
I don't know if you remember, like, during the season whenever Jerry Jones was like, hey, we're not aggressive enough. We need to be more aggressive. And all of a sudden, every week, you see Jason Garrett going for it like 4th and 10.
Chucking it.
4th and 12.
Chucking it.
Like, you're like, wait a minute. We're on our side of the
field. We had our...
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hey. So Cowboys logic. That's why, and that's why I told you. Do you think Mike McCarthy is going to be able to withstand that when his quarterback was doing that to him?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even think.
Come on, bro.
I don't think the boys even going to playoffs next year.
I think the boys suffer for next 3. I didn't like them. I kept saying, just get Lincoln Riley. Whatever. If you need to pay him $200 million, get him. Whatever you need to do, convince Lincoln Riley to leave Oklahoma. And they failed at
McCarthy didn't fit the.
He still doesn't fit the Cowboys.
He didn't fit the Cowboys. McCarthy fit like Cleveland to me. He looked like a Cleveland guy. Like, he looked like the stability. The guy was like knows what he's doing. Professional. Like, that's what Cleveland needed, especially for that roster. Cowboys needed like somebody flashy. They needed like some like with offense, make their offense.
Lincoln, I kept telling Lincoln.
Like, they had a good offense, but they needed something.
If they would have got Josh McDaniels, I wouldn't even been upset. Like, they needed somebody that was gonna galvanate them boys.
I ain't like.
I like Josh. Actually, I used to be a big Josh hater because how he did at Denver, but Josh is in the back coordinator. He's not. I think he'd be a good head coach.
After what I seen him do, he did the Indy. I was like, yeah, he's not ready.
That was a part of Indy just knowing what they were doing. That I know they was in the film. There was deep.
No, he left them.
That's what I'm saying. There was in the film. So when they played the pass, they dismantled them. Yeah, they beat the brakes off of Brady that year.
No, I'm talking about I'm saying when last year when Josh McDaniels was trying to he was
when Indy was like, yeah, we got our guy, and he was like, well,
I'm actually going back there.
I like Bill. Bye, guys. I'm gonna stay as a coordinator.
He actually worked better for Indy because they got Frank Reich.
I mean, yeah, and great coach. So, and I remember Indy fans were like, who's Frank Reich? Because at the same time, I was like, who's Frank Reich? Like, I don't know who Frank Reich is.
That boy got Carson Wentz.
Hey, bro, but Frank Reich, that's the man. And I told you, if he had Andrew for 2 more years, I promise you, we took him to the chip. I promise you, we'll take him to the chip. I'm just saying. I'm not even saying like Indy's problem this year was just massive inconsistency. One game the defense balled and the offense balled. The next game the defense balled, the offense does terrible. One game the offense balls, the defense balls. Next game the offense ball, defense does terrible. Like, they were so inconsistent this year, so that's why.
A lot of injuries, I know that.
And then their offense was injured. Defense was pretty not healthy, but for the most part, most of their starters were good. But offense was tattered, like destroyed. T.Y. was hurt. Running backs were hurt. Jacoby Brissett was hurt at one point. Like, they were in a hole, and they're looking for quarterback. And I said, Phillip Rivers is a free agent. Indy, yeah, I mean, it's a good place gap because I don't think they're sold on Jacoby. I thought they would be. They're not. So I think Phillip is a good gap placer to hold y'all.
That's for a year.
Yeah, I mean, for a year, and then
maybe draft somebody like
Yeah, you go get that Justin Fields. Or you can get that Trevor.
Or they could trade for that third pick this year.
You know what I mean? No.
From the Lions. The Lions don't need that.
The Lions need that pick desperately. But I hope they don't.
Lions need more than one player.
Nah, the Lions. No. You're thinking the Lions. The Lions need that Jeffrey Okudah pick bad. They need that Jeffrey Okudah pick bad. They need to take Jeffrey Okudah with that pick. Because
Lions just need to blow it up.
Like, they don't need to blow it up. They're like 4 pieces away from being a playoff contender. That's not a lot. 4 pieces away from being a playoff is not a lot. Like, remember the Giants overhauled the entire defense and made the playoffs. So they're only 4 pieces away from being a playoff contender.
That was the old defense they did.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah,
and that was only 10-6 wild card.
I mean, that's the one part. Like, now we're gonna pivot to the draft. I think that's the one part about the draft. Everybody in the top 3 needs more than one pick. Like the Bengals need, not necessarily.
I mean, besides the 49ers.
49ers didn't need more than one pick. They were good. They just didn't have Jimmy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I think
their whole roster is like
young.
Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch, picked.
They all picked them.
I said I think out of the 53, 46 are from that new tenure within the 4 years.
Yeah, only one I think is not from Jaquiski Tartt, but I think Jaquiski Tartt was next year.
And
Shanahan came
what's
over.
What's the name? Juicevic?
Yeah,
fullback.
The fullback.
Staley was there.
But I think Shanahan got there the same year he got signed in free agency.
I know, but he was already there though, beforehand. Is what I'm saying.
No. I think they got there. The fullback because he played for Baltimore.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, and then Baltimore let him go, and Shanahan went the same offseason.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he would. But still, first of all, John Lynch is an amazing GM. Like, is he a GM or is he the players coordinator?
He does it all.
Hey, bro, he should have went to the Hall as a player. He's probably gonna go to the Hall as a GM if he wins the Super Bowl. Just keep it back. Like, it's one of the two. The worst part about it is like the way the draft is this year. Like, the only team I see trading out the top
a lot of the top 5 teams need more like. It's a heavy receiver draft, and they all need defense.
And they all need defense, which is the worst part
and
about it.
Last year was like defense. Everybody in the front, heavy. Everybody needed like offense last year, which is odd.
So I think if the Bengals were to trade down, I think trading down with like the Lions would be a smart thing too, because the Lions definitely need Chase. I think every team in the top 15 needs Chase Young. So I think honestly,
Giants need Chase.
I think Lions desperately need a pass rusher because Trey Flowers is he can do it, but he can't be the only guy rushing the passer. Like, he just can't. Yeah, you're gonna get double teamed, and it's gonna be easy.
It's still crazy to me that they gave away.
They're gonna get chipped. It's easy.
Like the fact they gave away Quandre Diggs is still like the most oddest things to me. I still don't get it.
First, this is where the line unless he asked the entire front office.
Unless he asked for a trade. Like, that's the only way I can understand it. I'm really confused. I legitimately do not get how you get. He's a good safety. He's a really good safety. Not like a great safety, but he's good.
Above average. He's above average safety. He's not average. He's above average. Detroit is where dreams die. Only players that have really survived is Matt. Matt is hanging off a thread. He's trying his best. Matt is surviving in Detroit straight off of just guts. Like, it's not anything else but guts. Matt survived. Megatron left. Barry left, and then Darius Slade. Like, they're the only few guys that have really like thrived in Detroit. But Detroit is a hellhole as an organization. I've been saying it. You got to get the forwards out the front office. They know cars. That's great. They build Mustangs. Awesome. No, they cannot run a football team. And if it isn't a player, they hire guys that can't run football teams. So please, Detroit, the city of Detroit needs to like riot and do something to get them boys out. Because y'all going to keep being trash as long as Martha Ford still running that team. Just keep it in the bag. You're going to be trash. You're going to be trash for a long time. Until she sells that team to somebody that knows what they're doing.
They don't even build their team like smart. Like, just look at the like. You really got to build your team based on your division. And they like refuse to like
to get a running back. Refuse to get an offensive line. Every single team in that division has a defensive line. Every single team. Every single team in that division. But you guys. What is wrong with y'all?
That's so like odd. Like, you got Khalil Mack, Zadarius Smith, and you got Everson Griffin. That's just naming just 3 off of 8.
Just 3.
They have way more on their team.
Just 3. Like, I'm not.
You have Hicks. You have
And then not just Hicks. You have what? Oh my gosh, what's his name? Daniil Hunter. You got to deal with Daniil Hunter twice every year. And you don't want an offensive line? Ridiculous. You got to deal with Leonard Ford. He's an average defensive lineman, but he can get to the pass rusher. Like,
you got the other Smith brother.
You have the other Detroit. Like, I promise you, I was Detroit. First thing I'm doing, bro.
And they have Eric Flowers.
Y'all traded for him. I think they gave him a third.
Like, not bad. What? He's all right. But
Eric Flowers has gotten better.
Like he's good, but like he needs more. Like
he's gotten better.
You need more pass. You need more pass rush than just him. He can't be your leading guy. He's not like
Trey Flowers. I mean, not Eric. Eric is the offensive lineman.
Okay, I'm sure. Yeah, Trey.
I was thinking about Eric, and then dawned on me talking about pass rush. So yeah, Trey Flowers is a very good pass rusher. He's a very good pass rusher. He thrived in that Patriot system. He's a very good pass rusher. But again, like Mike said, you're gonna get chipped to death, and as a defensive lineman, you're gonna hate that. You're genuinely gonna hate getting chipped to death.
You will get a running back off the back that chips you.
Chips you every time. Chips you.
You
You will never get a smooth rush.
Run game wise, they're gonna pull like 2 or 3 guys on you every single time. You know, all right, we're gonna run heavy hits way. We're just gonna pull you.
And you know what's crazy? Detroit doesn't even have a terrible defense. They don't. Very average. They literally need 2 more pieces to make that defense good.
Yeah.
So they need 2 more pieces.
I mean, they could have the running back with that third.
I think if they really wanted to, they could really go like their first round pick could really be honestly like receiver.
No, they don't need receiver.
I think if they really wanted to, they can go Jefferson. Exactly,
deepest receiver draft.
They can go Jefferson. They can go Jefferson in the first round if they really wanted to.
They can trade down. Draft, though. You can just wait till the second round pick. You don't need.
Oh yeah, they got that kid from Colorado. That's good too. Jesus Christ,
to draft a receiver high is
very deep. It's a very deep class.
All going to
this is a very deep. If you need, who's your favorite receiver in this draft?
I'm a huge Judy fan.
Really? So it's Jared. The kid from Colorado is cold. Can't remember his name though.
I'm a huge Jared Judy.
The kid from Colorado is amazing. Yeah, he's amazing. They're comparing him to Julio. Like, oh my god.
What?
But his film all weight.
I'm a huge Judy and then CD and then LSU.
CD's amazing. I think CD is the dark horse of.
I think LSU boys like 3rd and 4th behind Judy.
It's Jefferson and who else? Who's the other one?
I can't. There's 3 of them.
There's 3 of them. Yeah. It's Jefferson. One was the 4th. Henry Ruggs is a stud. He's essentially Tyreek Hill. Henry Ruggs is amazing.
It's funny. The 3rd one.
You know,
doesn't get a lot of targets.
You know who we're forgetting about? Rager.
Who?
Oh my.
TCU Rager.
Oh, Jalen.
Specimen.
Yo, Jalen. He was the guy. What's his name? When his name got suspended. When bro got suspended.
What are you talking about? You talking about the one that played for the Redskins?
No. 25. Number 25. When he got suspended.
I don't got a clue then.
When he got suspended.
You talking about short dude?
Yeah, short dude. Because he was their guy. Yeah, he was the who?
You talking about dude went to DeSoto?
Yeah, he was their guy. Short guy. He was a stud. He got suspended. It's a high school in Maryland too. Fun fact. She didn't know. Yeah.
Oh, so they know that. Well, we're talking about
the Texas. But anyway, but he got suspended for something. So then Ruggs stepped up, and Ruggs has been amazing for the last 2.5 years. I see him on Twitter all the time. I'm like, bro, usually you see Twitter athletes, you're like, you don't ball, but Ruggs balls.
You talking about Rager?
Yeah, Rager, my bad. Rager balls. Like, Jalen Rager is the truth. Like,
he a stud.
Second round pick. He should be a first rounder, but this receiver class is so deep that he's most likely going to be a second rounder.
Hopefully he becomes a giant, man.
Do y'all really need him?
We need a receiver. We got Slayton, but Golden Tate's
pretty
old. Yeah, Slayton's pretty good. Slayton, he's a good rookie. Golden Tate's, I mean, he's getting older. He's good, I guess, but he's old.
I wouldn't say he's good though. I think he's much more average now.
Yeah, he is. He definitely is. But I've been a huge fan of Jerry Jeudy. He's really Odell-esque to me. Just the electricity, like the way he just runs every time he touches the ball. It's like, yeah, this can be a touchdown. Like not a lot of people in the league could do that. Where it's like he catches a sling, you're like, yeah, that might go 70 yards down the field.
Really?
Anytime Jerry touches the ball.
I think Jared,
his quick touch is like insane.
First of all, his lateral movement is stupid.
I think his ACL is gonna tear every time he cuts.
Yes, like his lateral movement is stupid. I agree. That is true. His lateral movement is probably the best I've seen in college football ever. And I've watched Reggie Bush play, so yes, his lateral movement is legit. But other than that, like, I'm afraid that type of play won't translate to the NFL. Part of me just feels like it just won't, because it never has.
It's hard for a receiver not to transfer to the NFL. If you have a good coaching, it's hard to have a bust receiver. As long as you can catch the football.
Don't say that.
It's hard for bust receivers.
Justin Blackman, man.
He wasn't even a bust though.
He wasn't, but that was
he was more off-field issues. It's hard to be a bust as a receiver.
Coleman, man.
Who, Corey Coleman?
Yeah.
He wasn't really.
Nah. Don't. Corey Coleman put up 2,000 yards in college in one season.
But like, where did he get drafted though?
Didn't he win the Biletnikoff twice?
No, I'm saying, where did he get drafted to?
Cleveland, yeah. Where careers die. Okay.
Unless your name is Josh Gordon, you're not going to succeed.
You're not going to succeed as a receiver in Cleveland. Or unless you're Hollywood.
Jarvis Landry, too.
Jarvis, I think
Jarvis be balling, bro.
Hey man, I think they wanted to trade him, right?
We had him at LSU, and we never got to utilize him.
I mean, y'all didn't utilize Odell that much.
Quarterback.
Exactly.
Y'all realize that y'all didn't utilize Odell that much. Y'all wanted to run the ball so goddamn much.
We had a quarterback. He's been a starting quarterback at Tennessee. I can't remember his name. Like his last name, like German. I can't.
We gotta talk about we gotta talk about how Mettenberger.
Yeah,
Mettenberger. Yeah, I love Mettenberger. I thought Mettenberger was called though. Yeah, Zach was called. I like Mettenberger. We gotta talk about how LSU didn't want to change their offense from this power eye heavy offense. Les Miles swore that was gonna be what's gonna win them another ring. It's not. We're not in 2006 anymore, or less. And then they struggled for the last 4.5 years. Finally, they got Coach O, and Coach A was like, you know what? We're gonna throw it. And if you don't like that, we're gonna keep throwing it. Because LSU recruits too many athletes not to throw it, and they won the national championship.
The crazy thing about it, that one dude, I think he put his pride away and went to go get help. He just went to an NFL team and said, "Hey, look,
I need as much help.
We need pass game. We don't have one here at LSU."
You know how much faith you have to have in Joe Burrow after getting cracked like that by UCF the year before, and you were the head coach to be like, you know what? This kid can ball. Let's go get him some help. Like, it's ridiculous. I can't even believe that they transitioned like that. Hey, all right, Mike. See you, boy. I'm gonna let you through.
Hey, look, I stayed there for a while. So
all right, bro.
Stay good, my boy.
I gotta look because I gotta remember how to end it. All right, cool. All right, bro. Because we messed up I thought we messed up the last time.
No, you did actually like way last time. Sorry for the slight
inconvenience.
Yeah.
Nice. We'll carry on just a little bit more. Nothing crazy.
Yeah, this is gonna be a short pod. It wasn't gonna be crazy long. We didn't really have topics, not because we couldn't do them. We just chose not to. Honestly, it's just the Kobe thing. Really, like, I just kind of just wanted to talk. Because usually we're structured, but I feel like this is gonna be probably one of the few shows we just talk to you guys. And that's really it, honestly. Anything else you want to talk about?
I'm gonna be honest.
I think we kind of hit everything, really. The NFL, man, off season gonna be tough to make some topics, bro. Yeah. I'm not gonna hold you when off season pop up. Free agency is always gonna be lit for sure. Where do you think Phillips gonna go? I said the Colts. I think the Colts would love Phillips, but
I mean, I don't even know. I mean, I wouldn't say no. You can't say 10. He doesn't want to be a backup.
Which sucks. Which is like,
that much of a competitor.
Yeah, Phillip is great.
I can see him maybe going to the Buccaneers and competing for the starting job.
He probably win it. He'd most likely win it.
Bruce likes old quarterbacks.
First of all, Bruce can coach anybody but Jameis. But granted, Jameis had one of the craziest seasons in NFL history. We probably will never see again. Threw for 5,000, threw 30 touchdowns, and then proceeded through. Even if Jameis threw half of his interceptions, he would have had a great year.
If you look at it one way, man, this is one of the greatest football seasons ever. But you can look at the other way.
He's like, this guy sucks. Like, seriously, this guy is awful. But like, you know, and one of my friends told me a good point. If you're not a Buccaneers fan, you love watching Jameis play. Like, seriously, if you're not a Buccaneers fan, like, you love seeing Jameis play every time because it's like, oh my gosh. I think the funniest thing was at the last week 17, it was overtime and he had 29 interceptions and we needed him to throw 30 and we threw 30 and Twitter was like, oh my gosh. Jameis wants to do 30. Everybody was like, yeah, that's our guy.
The Bucs have a good roster.
They do.
This is what they need to do. They need to trade for Le'Veon Bell, give Jameis running back, or Phillip, whoever's going to be the
I think they need to fix their secondary, man. That Joan is awful.
They need to give him a friendly contract for whatever it is they're able to, man. I'm gonna be honest.
You haven't showed us.
Like we trying to build something here, bro. Cause like just imagine the weapons: Le'Veon Bell, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and OJ Howard.
Ooh, that's nice.
Exactly.
Do some work with that.
And then, I mean, build a defense. I mean, it's not. I wouldn't say it's easy.
Hey, you could just pull a Giants
or Kansas City, even what they did. Like, just get a great safety.
Get a very elite, get an elite safety and a really good pass rusher and wing it.
I don't know. Safety's gonna be free agent this.
I think Eric Berry's one of the guys. He said he wanted to come back. But I mean, hey, the Bucs would honestly need an Eric Berry. Like, the
leader on their defense. You already got Shaquille Barry, who's a stud.
Hey, yo, he started off the year crazy, and I don't think they expected Shaquille to do that, but I mean he did. But he did. So build around. Broncos.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Build around Shaq Barrett. Please give him somebody else to pass rush, because I think at first those 8 sacks in the first like 4 weeks of the season were like, oh, he just luck. Honestly, I don't think it was more than. I don't think he expected. I don't think anybody else expected that.
And that's what bad corners.
That's what doing that. There you go. So if you can get him just guys to help him pass rush and DBs, I think you guys are good, because you cut Vernon Hargreaves and take him in the first round. You need to re-up on DB. This actually is one of the more shallow DB classes in the last like 2.5, 3 years.
Really, like high.
It's heavy safety, really shallow corner. It's much, because last year we had guys like what's the kid for the 49ers that went, and he's a stud. He played for Colorado last year. He starts for the 49ers now. He's a stud. He went in the 3rd round. So last year was a heavy corner year. This year bro. This year I'm not even gonna joke you. This year is really Jeffrey, and then it's like, you're decent. It's
gonna be hard.
It's gonna be
gems, but I mean,
there's probably gonna be a couple gems. There's always a gem in the draft. It's impossible for there not to be. But it's really gonna be hard to see like what the Buccaneers do in free agency, because they're at a crossroads. Even though I think they said they're good on staying with Jameis. If I'm a coach and I'm an owner, I just gotta look objectively. 5,000 yards is cool, but these 30 interceptions is gonna kill us.
You know what you gonna do with those 30 picks?
What the hell? You threw 30 interceptions. Like, bro, we can't win with this. We cannot win with this.
Ownership needs to reflect. What I continue to say, ownership needs to reflect on themselves. They have no running back.
They need to come to terms. They need to come to terms that Jameis is a bust. Like, maybe not a bust as an athlete, but he was a bust for them.
A bust doesn't throw for 5,000 yards and 30 touchdowns.
Bro, I'm saying he could be a bust for just them. He just didn't work. He just didn't work for us. He can still be a good quarterback.
And you're like one of 7 quarterbacks?
Yes, it is 7. 7 quarterbacks. One of
7 quarterbacks for 5,000, and you're a bust.
Hey, man. Hey, bro. Jameis Winston for you. I don't think Jameis is a bust, but I think the organization has to come to terms. If they want to win, Jameis cannot be in the future. I'm sorry. You cannot. It's not even the Brett Favre's like mentality where like you live and die by just chucking it. Nah, this is different. Jameis is just throwing blindly.
No,
like,
I can't lie.
Jameis is throwing blindly.
Mike is constantly saving Heisman Trophy winners.
Man, and I think. Oh, speaking of like, I know this is completely off topic, but let's just switch gears. Deion said the Hall of Fame is kind of easy to get into, and I think to an extent it's true. Not completely, but I think to an extent it's true. Because I think if you're a top flight player for at least 8 years, you're getting into it all. Seriously,
this is why I think it's BS. Because like. Just the fact where it's like, you can't compare Eli Manning to Dan Marino.
You can.
It's like, no, I can't.
The rings.
No, of course. I'm talking about just skill play.
Skill, not even close.
I'm talking about career-wise, but at some point there has to be like, there's a measuring stick. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like they're all on the same level. If that's the case, then Brady's the
fact.
Nobody can compare to Brady.
No.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, there has to be somebody who's borderline. There has to be a border. And Peyton, I think Eli Manning is.
Eli is not the border. Eli cannot be the border.
I'm a Giants fan. I'm telling you.
Nah, just because
he gave me 2 Super Bowls in my lifetime.
And didn't do nothing. Oh my goodness. I think the issue is that I think this generation of players are just so much better than the previous generation of players. Like the base level backup now in the NFL is so much better than the base level backup back then. Yeah. So I can only imagine the base level starter now being way better than the base level starter back then. Obviously, I'm not comparing like Hofers to Hofers, but I'm just saying, but like just size, talent, speed. Like you got guys that back in the day ran.
Marcel Wallace said he made a really good point on in one show. He said like that's not the point of the Hall of Fame though. He said so if in your era if you were facing 300-pound linebackers, did you dominate? Yes or no? If you did, then you're in the Hall of Fame. In this era, you played 185-pound linebackers. Did you dominate? Yes or no? That's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? You can't really fault somebody for playing in a certain area. Yes or no?
I mean,
your era, your time, did you dominate? Were you in the top 5 at your position at any point in time? And honestly,
but there's so many guys that have top 5 seasons or top 3 seasons, or in the top 5 at their position for 4 years and then fall off a cliff. So we never give like Holmes that ran for the Kansas City Chiefs at one. Priest Holmes, yeah, no, it is Priest Holmes. Yes, Priest Holmes. Yes, it's pre-Songz. No. Pre-Songz. I'm talking about pre-Songz. Or even Jamal's another good example. Those guys had amazing. I think pre-Songz had 4 great years. Jamal had 6, and then they just fell off a cliff.
I don't think either of them
are Hall of Famers. So I don't think.
I personally don't think LeSean McCoy should be one either.
I think who's arguing LeSean McCoy should be a Hall? Nah, man, I don't think he's borderline. No, I think
I'm not talking about borderline. Like I'm talking about borderline underneath it.
Nah, I can't see that. Cause I gotta think of like the worst at his position to make it has like just in yards has more rings than him. So it's like really hard to see that. You know what I mean? Like TD is like off of just yards.
TD got like 2, 3 rings.
Yeah, TD got 3 rings and only has like 20. Not even. He has like 10,000 yards. And like in the grand scheme of things, that's great. You know what I mean? In the grand scheme of things, that's great. But if you're comparing to guys like Emmett and Kevin and Martin, no.
I think the NFL is like, I don't think there's any problem with the Hall of Fame.
I think
NBA is different. NBA has a problem.
No, okay,
NBA lets everybody in.
That's a stretch.
D-Rose is gonna be Hall of Fame.
Yes, he should be.
And for what?
But D-Rose should be.
For what?
But D-Rose should be.
For what?
But D-Rose should be.
For what?
You're gonna tell me D-Rose isn't the Hall of Famer? That's crazy. You're a scum.
For what, though?
D-Rose has done I can't.
For what?
Bro.
Like, for what?
Bro.
He won MVP when he was a kid. Like, he was the youngest MVP yet.
That's enough. That holds weight. It's not his fault.
So if he would have tied right there, he would have been Hall of Famer?
No.
All right. So
but I'm saying,
what has he done since then?
It's not his fault, bro.
He hasn't been to the finals.
It's not his fault, though.
Has he been to the finals?
No.
Has he won a scoring championship?
No.
Has he led the league in assists?
No.
So what has he done?
We're
having a prime of like what 7 years?
But
like that deserves you to put in the Hall of Fame.
You got it, but you got to see it though, bro. You got to see it.
Like, and for being honest, the MVP he won, like you could have gave it to Bron. It wasn't like some just he deserved that one. Like it was more like Bron was just dominating for so long. We're at the point where like, all right,
we're gonna give it to Derek. We're gonna give it to Derek. But like I think, but the NBA is weird because like certain guys are just better. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it. It's like certain guys, like you can give D Rose a break because we gave like guys like Charles a break. Like we can do that.
Charles Barkley was most like one of the best.
But still, but D Rose was the best point guard for 3 years.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You can say that, but that don't.
In the NBA, that's a lot, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. In the NBA, that's a lot. Name point.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's the problem though. I don't think that necessarily gets you into the Hall of Fame. Just because you're the best in your position for 3 years.
No, but in NBA and NFL is different.
That's
it's
what I'm saying. NBA
different.
Makes it easier. I think the NFL is okay.
No. You gotta see because like Gary Payton never won a ring, but he's a Hall. He's a Hall.
Let's not act like Gary Payton wasn't
the best. He was the best.
Gary Payton's literally like one of the best defending point guards of all time.
That's what I'm saying.
He like leads the league in I think steals almost.
So and you have to listen. So
he's in the record book. D Rose isn't in the record book.
No, listen what I'm saying though. Gary Payton was the best point guard for 2 years. He was the best defensive guard. For the most part,
you can say he's a top 3 defensive guard of all time.
No, I'm saying that's what I'm saying. But listen, but he was the best guard, just overall point guard, for like 2.5, 3 years of his entire career. So compare that to D Rose, who was the best guard for 3 years. If Gary made it, D Rose can make it.
It's really hard to put D Rose in all.
I can give it to him. Honestly,
just look. Our first season, 16 points. I won't fault him for being a rookie. Second season, 20, then 25, then 21. Then he went down to 15.
That's not his fault. He got hurt.
16. I'm not saying it's his fault. I'm not blaming D Rose. I'm not saying it's his fault. But that's just like I'm not gonna give somebody a Hall of Fame nod because you got hurt. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna give you a Hall of Fame nod because potential.
What's the potential? But we knew he showed us the potential.
But the potential wasn't like for a long enough. It was for 3 years.
That's good enough.
No, it's not.
In the NBA, you can't compare you're comparing the NBA to the NFL like it's apples and oranges. You can't do that.
But the NBA, the NBA lifetime is longer than the NFL.
Of course.
So I'm saying like your sample size of 3 years isn't long enough. So you're saying for 3 years, like you said, so you're saying Bron's 3 years should have gotten in the Hall of Fame? Because Bron's first 3 years is better than his prime 3 years.
I compare it to this. Let's say
Bron's 3 years. I think first 3 years. I think he averaged 20 first. Let me see. I'll just pull up the actual.
Like my point. Like let's say your first 3 years in the league, you win 3 rings and you led your team to 3 rings. Is that not enough to make you in the Hall?
But that's the thing. You won rings.
No, let's even do it better. Your first 3 years.
I'm talking basketball.
Basketball.
Okay.
Let's even do it better. You pull the Andrew Luck. Your first 3 years, you make the finals. You lead your team to the finals. So, or let's even do it better. Your first 3 years, you went one and done. You got to the conference, you was out, and then you got to the finals and you lost. But your first 3 years were special. Is that not enough to get you to the Hall?
Absolutely not.
That's ridiculous.
It's not. So you're saying if Braun were to retire right here. So in Braun's first,
if Braun was to retire in 2000,
this is Braun's first 3 years in Cleveland. Mm-hmm. 20 points, 27, 31, retires. That's a Hall of Famer.
I gotta look at that. I gotta look at the impact. I gotta look.
Really
I see what you're saying, though. I see what you're
saying.
Really
good.
I see what you're saying.
If D-Rose kept playing, he's a Hall of Famer. If he stayed at that same level and just didn't get injured and stuff like that, it sucked. It really, really sucks because D-Rose is really good. He's one of my favorite players. I used to have the D-Rose and everything. That was one of my favorite players. But he's not a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of very good. If he's able to win a ring, maybe and go to get traded to a Milwaukee Bucks. I think that's to them trying to get trade talks with him. But if they're able to go to a team win a ring. So now
if D-Rose wins a ring, he gets in the Hall. But him without a ring doesn't get him in the Hall at this stage in his career. That's kind of weird. That's backwards.
That's the weird thing. So
I mean, not really backwards, but that's kind of still weird.
All right, so
because a ring, just one ring, should not just catapult him to the Hall.
I'm going off of how the NBA is going to vote. Me personally, I really don't feel like D-Rose is a ring. Doesn't deserve to get into the Hall of Fame. I don't say deserve. He deserves to get in, but I don't think he will get in. Me personally, if I'm voting.
If you're using your standards,
that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Really good. His Hall is very good. It's probably it's one of the saddest what if stories. Him and Tracy McGrady, two of the saddest what if stories. Tracy McGrady was a stud.
T-Mac should be in the Hall. Is T-Mac in the Hall?
I don't know. I
don't think T-Mac's in the Hall. Part of me wants to say he is, but I don't think
T-Mac isn't, bro.
I don't think if T-Mac isn't, then D-Rose really doesn't have a case. Honestly, I think he is. T-Mac is. So if T-Mac can get in, D-Rose can get in. That's my point. That is my exact point.
McGrady averaged 28, 7, and 5.
That's my exact point. That is my point.
But he led the NBA in scoring
But that's fine. He has the
accolades, though.
That's fine. If T-Mac can get in with no rings,
but it's not about the rings. It's about the accolades as well.
Bro, leading the league twice in scoring is not, in your words, this really isn't good enough. You got to do it 4 or 5 times.
Got the breaking news.
Oh my! Yo, wait. Cleveland agrees to terms with Bengals coach to become the OC. The same guy. Again, it's not Andy's fault. I told you, it's not Andy's fault. It's not Andy's fault. Cleveland is hilarious. Cleveland is Cleveland is the comedy of the NFL.
All right, so this is all make believe. I'm not gonna lie. D-Rose 11 seasons. 6 playoffs, no NBA titles, 3 All-Star appearances, 1 MVP, 1 All NBA.
Rookie of the year.
It's tough. It's really tough.
But a ring pivots that. I have a hard time believing that. Really just going off of your standards, you got to really be transcending.
I'm be honest. NBA will probably push him in just for the fact that if he doesn't get in, he'll be the only MVP not being Hall of Fame.
Which is a travesty, and they're never gonna do that. That would tarnish what being an MVP means.
In a way, I don't think he deserves it, but I think he get in.
I mean, I'm just saying. I think the NFL. I agree with what Dion says because, and I used what example did I use in the group chat? I think I used the Andrew Luck example.
Yeah.
If Andrew Luck is not going to be in the Hall, it's sad, but he won't because he retired too early. He retired at 8 years. You know what I mean? But if you let Andrew Luck play 3 more years and gave him his worst season, which was his rookie year, his worst statistical season, and he did that for the next 3 years, what did I say? I think I said he'd throw for 30,000 yards, 200 touchdowns, and 210 touchdowns, which would be more than Troy Aikman, Hall of Famer, and it'd be more than
and that goes to my argument that the titles and appearances matter though.
But Andrew Luck had the titles and appearances. But Andrew Luck had the appearances. He appears in the AFC Championship, appeared in the divisional, and appeared in the conference.
That literally means
appeared in the wild card. He did it. Okay, do one even better. Luke Kuechly.
He went to the Super Bowl.
Won.
But he appeared in a Super Bowl.
Okay, the AFC Championship.
What quarterback is in the Hall of Fame that didn't even show up in the Super Bowl?
That's a good point. I want to know that. That's actually a good point.
Is
there one? Let me go check. Actually, let me see.
It's hard to make it in at different positions, like at safety.
Let me see.
Because you can say Darrell Reeves, he's gonna be a Hall of Famer.
Let me see. Did Warren Moon make a Super Bowl? I don't think Warren made a Super Bowl. There you go.
I'm not really sure.
There you go. I got you one. I got you one, boy.
I'm not
Bob Greasy, I don't think made the Super Bowl.
Oh,
you know what I mean? I know who that is. Wow, everybody else is actually green though. Wow. Every other quarterback is in the Super Bowl. I counted 2. Yeah. That's actually a good point. Okay. I see what you're saying. But still, like, even if you were like,
I agree though. If you were to play like maybe 3 more good seasons,
he's in there.
Maybe make
and that's what
Super Bowl appearance.
And that's what Deion is saying. Deion is saying that's foul, and I think Deion wants it to be a little bit harder because Aaron Donald right now is a walking Hall of Famer. Khalil Mack right now is a walking Hall of Famer. Luke Kuechly retired, but he was a walking Hall of Famer. He's gonna get in.
Khalil Mack's Hall of Famer. Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Deion, and I think Deion is saying there weren't a lot of guys when he was playing that were walking Hall of Famers.
I think what Deion's saying more is just like when you ask a question, like if I would be like Drew Brees, like if you even have to be like, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? He's not a Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
If I say Tom Brady,
Hall.
Why would we even like questioning that?
Mm-hmm.
Drew Brees,
Hall.
Peyton,
Hall.
You know what I'm saying? You say Eli. I mean, you kind of in a way.
Well, yeah, and I think
he's a Hall of Famer. I mean, that's a little biased. But I think that's him saying like. The fact that you even have to be like,
and that's why it says it's too easy. The fact that we have to be like, with Eli, but then grade the rings, but then he was never the best quarterback when he was in the league. But at the same time, and he was never dominant, but he's going to get in the Hall of Fame is why he says it's too easy. And a part of me agrees because if you're comparing Eli Manning to Kurt Warner, like. What we're putting, like, that's essentially what we're doing. We're putting Eli Manning. No, I love Eli. You can't spell elite without Eli. So I think Eli should get in the Hall. But I'm trying to appease to Deion because I understand what Deion's saying. If we're comparing, exactly. If we're comparing,
in a way, I feel like.
Come on, bro. It is too easy. It is.
It's like a weird thing. We need to like, you can't put a guideline on it though. Like you can't be like, you have to get this one ring. If you don't get this one ring,
nah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like,
but the Hall.
Like, the thing with Eli's like, if he would play in Arizona, like I don't think he would be in the Hall. He played in New York. Like the New York Football Giants, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, one of the biggest like markets in NFL history, New York. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like that. That also helps in his Hall of Fame career as well.
But bro,
which isn't fair because this dude's like, let me see, Andrew Luck. If he would have maybe played in New York, he would have maybe still been like, wait a minute, like this dude's kind of a stud. Like
played in Indianapolis.
You know what I'm saying? He had the chance. Like he played in the house.
Peyton built, and he lived up to it for the most part. He did, don't play. He did. If Ursay and them boys didn't get him hurt, he lived up to it. For the 8 years he played, he lived up to it. He did, seriously. For the 7 he played, he lived up to it. Andrew Luck never really had a bad season.
He's a Hall of very good.
Like but again, like I was saying, we cannot sit here and tell me the Hall isn't too easy to get into when Eli is being compared, is being put in the same graces as John Elway. It makes no sense. It?
See, that's the thing, though.
But no, you're putting him in that same category.
You can look at it the same way like this.
That makes no sense.
You can look at this. Jim Kelly's in the same breath as Tom Brady.
But Jim Kelly put up the numbers and made.
You can look at this. Troy Aikman's in the same category as Tom Brady. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can look
Troy has the rings to back that up.
I know, but you can look at it that way as well.
No, that doesn't work. It does not work like that. It doesn't work like that. No, not. You can look at it that way. Bro, you can't look at it just because of rings.
You can also look like, can you tell the NFL story without Eli Manning?
Yes, you can.
You can.
You can. Well, I mean, you can't because he beat their best quarterback twice.
It's hard to argue against Eli Manning.
Nah, you have to look at it. Ooh, cool. Figured out something. So you have to look. This is what I'm saying. You have to look at it like this. So like, you know what I mean? You have to look at it like this. So like you said, you make the Hall when you dominate. If you're the most dominant player for 10 years, you're making the Hall. Simple. Just simple. Like you just have to dominate.
I want to say 10. You can say
5.
Because T didn't even play.
So I'm saying, look at Luke Kuechly. That's the best example I can think of right now. Luke Kuechly 8 Hall dominated for 8 years. Made the Hall. So. If you dominate, you're in the Hall. Eli Manning, at not one point in his career, dominated anything.
And they should put a cap on it too. Like this shouldn't be like a lifetime limit on when you make the Hall.
I don't think so. I don't think there never has been.
It should be a 10-year thing, or 5 years. It's like if you don't make it to 5 years, you're obviously not a Hall of Famer.
I see what you're saying. Like you shouldn't keep getting these opportunities to be a Hall of Famer. No, that's not fair because T.O.'s the caveat for that. T.O.'s the caveat because they cheat T.O.
No, they cheat him. That's outlier because we all know.
No, but if they apply that rule, T.O. would never got it.
No, we know that though.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
that's them just being petty and like disrespectful.
I'm glad somebody said something to him.
One of the greatest receivers of all time. That's just being
glad somebody said something to him. Cause
literally every Hall of Famer that's won against T.O. said,
he's a Hall. Yeah,
everybody
he's in the Hall.
He's in the Hall of Fame.
He's in the Hall. Like we're not.
They should really make the Hall of Famers vote.
I don't know why they haven't done that yet. I think that should be an option. But then we're gonna get a guy like Dion.
It's Dan Fouts.
It's Dan Fouts and he's an old running back, I think.
I don't remember his name.
He's an old running back.
I know there's two though.
But like the thing is, like I'm just looking at this Hall of Fame list, and I'm just like, bro, Eli Manning is not in the same like conversation as Ken Stabler. I love Eli too, but just going off what Prime is saying, it just don't make sense to put like Eli in this like you put him on the same level as Johnny U. No, come on, bruh. As Dan?
That goes to the thing.
No, bruh.
The Hall isn't like everybody's right here. There's different levels to great. There's not one level in great. Because like, you can't compare. Let me see. Give me two corners. Give me corners besides
Dion and Champ.
You can't compare Dion to Champ.
Okay, that is true.
Dion's a league of his own. Like you know what I'm saying?
Dion is one of the
Champ
small
is really, really good. Like you know what I'm saying? Champ is like not good. Champ is great.
Great.
You know what I'm saying? All time great.
Amazing.
But like you can't. Cause there's levels to greatness. Like there's not just once you're here, like there's everybody's on the even line. There's like here. And then this is all great in this area right here. You know what I'm saying?
But listen, like you could compare Aaron Donald to Deacon Jones though. Like that's what I'm saying. You can do that. Like you could compare.
That's not a bad thing.
Bro, but you can't compare.
Chandler Jones is probably Hall of Famer, right? Can you compare Chandler Jones to let's say can you compare Chandler Jones to Lawrence Taylor?
No, nobody's touching Lawrence Taylor.
Exactly.
Well, Lawrence Taylor's in league of his own. That's the outline. Lawrence Taylor and Dion are outlines. There's outlines. No, there's outliers. Like that's a massive outlier. So you have Tom Brady, massive outlier. Running back Emmett, massive outlier. Wide receiver, you can say T.O. Jerry, massive outliers. You have Lawrence Taylor, Prime. Like these are Ed Reed, massive outliers.
Let's see. Troy Polamalu to Ronnie Lott.
Yeah, you can make a legit comparison for that. You can make. Troy has one Super Bowl. Ronnie has 3. They were the best. They dominated at the time.
I'm not down in Troy Polamalu. They're both great.
I can do that.
Lott's up here. Troy Polamalu's right here.
That's a stretch. I can't say that because Atwater.
Ronnie Lott changed the safety position.
Yes, that's true.
He made it that like without Ronnie Lott, there's no Jamal Adams. There's no Derwin James. Really, that's like two safeties play most likely to me. It's like ball hawk safety. I mean, Earl Thomas as well.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I was like, there's no Cam Chancellor too. Fun fact. I'm just looking like, I just can't. I like Eli, and I think Eli should like be in the Hall. I just don't think like if we're calling it how we should call it, which is you're the most dominant guy for the era you play in, you shouldn't make it.
Like,
2 Super Bowls or not, man. Because Trent Dilfer has a Super Bowl ring. He's not getting in the Hall.
Is Trent Dilfer top 10 in all the QB stats?
No.
All right.
Eli isn't.
He is.
He is? Oh, that's
passing yards. I think he's 7.
That's Bush League.
Iron Man stats. He's
Iron Man stats does not matter nowadays. Just keep it stacko. No, it don't.
Oh, matter. I know passing. I think he's 7. If I'm not mistaken.
Let's see, Eli, brother Eli.
That's my guy, man. He gave me 2 Super Bowls, man.
I think personally it's weird because I think personally Eli should make it. But I think if we're grading off of everybody he's in the Hall with,
you can understand why he shouldn't get it. If that makes sense.
Yes, like okay, so Eli is 7th. Oh wow, he passed Ben Roethlisberger.
Exactly.
Okay, well.
Yeah, if you think Ben's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I mean Phillips a Hall of Famer, so.
I don't know how. I personally don't think Phillips is.
I mean he's great. He just has had probably one of the worst luck, like of all quarterbacks.
Very good.
Nah, Phillips should make it. Phillips should definitely make it.
Phillips had Junior Seau with him.
Hey, LT. I'm saying some very bad luck. He ran into that undefeated Patriots team. That's what happens.
His fault.
That's what happens. That is what happens. You run to that 18-0 Patriots team and you're not Tom Brady, you get screwed.
It wasn't 18-0 for like.
Hey man.
It wasn't 18-0 for how you got drafted in 04?
That's what happens.
It haven't been 18-0 for 16 years.
Hey man, that's what happens, bro. That's what happens. Dang, Eli 7th in passing touchdowns. Oh my goodness.
It's hard to not put him.
Yo, Eli is amazing.
It's hard to not put him in.
What? Really?
Let's look at that 500 record.
Really?
But he's 117 all time.
That's so crazy. Eli is also 12th in interceptions. He's not even. Brett Favre has 336 interceptions. Jesus Christ. That's a crap ton of interceptions. Well, I think that's it, man. Do you have anything else to talk about? I think I ran out of topics for real. So, yeah, that was a good podcast. A smooth little hour we pulled off. Again, just thank everybody for tuning in.
Just like gave y'all something this week.
You feel me? A little content. You know what I mean? A little sliver. You know what I mean? A little sliver of fifth Q. Nothing too crazy. I think that's gonna be it, man. Again, I keep telling y'all don't be hitting me up. Hit up the podcast. Hit us up on Twitter. You know what I mean? If you want to be on the podcast as a guest,
we can get you on.
We can work with you, bro. Just let us know and we can get you on.
Do it on different days, like work with schedules and stuff like that.
For real. So just let us know, man. And anything else you gotta say?
I'm straight, man. Just tune in next week.
Next week we're gonna be here.
Exact day. We'll definitely post on our Twitter.
We'll let y'all know for sure, cause
hey. Super Bowl, yeah, it's after the Super Bowl, so we're definitely.
So you're definitely gonna be in. So we're gonna be in it.
We're
gonna be in it.
We're gonna be in it.
Yes, sir. Oh, but did you know they're talking about rescheduling the Super Bowl, moving it, cause they had an earthquake in Miami or something like that?
Word.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Mike told me, so I don't know. Hey, these Saints fans, they off of me. But that's what Mike told me. So they might move into Tampa. So who knows? Actually, I don't know. They might play in the Bucs Stadium. I don't know though. So we'll just have to wait and see. He said they're gonna find out tomorrow. They're gonna test the stadium to see if it can handle it.
They play in Tampa next year, I
think really? They need to get out that Florida. They got to bring one to Texas again, man. Florida. They got to bring one to the Cowboys. Cowboy Stadium is too big not to be used for a Super Bowl every other year. Right. Seriously. Like, Jerry World is massive, but I would hate that traffic in Arlington. Oh, oh my gosh. You see the Cowboys play for the preseason game as hell. Go for a Super Bowl. It's ridiculous.
Hey, man, thanks for tuning in, man.
Hey, man, that's it. Yes, sir.